With this video, I'm sharing my thoughts and adding to those others already addressing the various aspects of running a business in this shutdown, hoping you might find them helpful. The second video I title Creative Pricing When Your Customers Have Gamophobia. Gamophobia is the fear of commitment, normally applied when talking about relationships. And I find this term also applies really well in this situation. The last time I saw it was back during the 2007-2008 financial crises. And now it seems to repeat itself. Customers freeze up. They like your product or service, they tell you they do, and they also need it, either today or latest when things return to normal. But they are unwilling, they are afraid to make the commitment, to sign a contract. To a large extent, this is due to the fact that they, like we all, do not know how long this will last. The uncertainty is the worst. If you knew it was a week, you could plan, but right now we're all just guessing. So, how can you overcome this fear of commitment, this gamophobia? In the past 2 weeks, I've seen quite a few businesses give away products and services discounted or for free, all with the COVID-19 reference. I think this is only a good idea if there is a real connection. A very obvious example is if you manufacture face masks and donate them to first responders, you absolutely are helping in addressing a critical need. And at the same time, from a marketing perspective, you're building goodwill and recognition. Do not discount or give freebies just because you're not selling right now. Discounting or giving a product away for free reduces its value in the eyes of your clientele. And that is bad news mid and long term, and even worse, it is meaningless for the short term. A client with gamophobia, unwilling to commit for $100, is not all of a sudden going to make it for $50. They are frozen up not because of your price, but because of the current circumstances. I saw a company a few days ago waiving a 1% payment fee. That's not going to sell any more product for them. So don't fight gamophobia with erratic actions. Rather, work around it. You as a vendor are not going to overcome the fear to commit. Right now, this fear has nothing to do with your product or service. Once you realize that, you can become creative. Here's an example from the SaaS world. For existing clients that are currently not renewing or even canceling their contracts, consider continuing to provide your service. Define a time period though, until May 31st, for example, with the understanding that if the client continues to subscribe past that date, he will pay for all services rendered in arrears. Or maybe you agree to split at that point, 50-50. Or even going as far as just continuing the service with no agreement in place, building goodwill for the time when things return to normal. This works for many fixed cost scenarios when delivering product or services that don't come with any variable cost. It doesn't work the same way if you incur costs just to produce and or deliver your product. You could consider increasing your price. Initially, that certainly seems counterintuitive. If right now, though, you're seeing your cost increase as a result of the current crisis, you need to act quickly. For example, higher material or transportation costs due to a shortage, higher manufacturing costs due to sanitation measures or bonus pay. At this time in particular, you cannot afford a negative impact on your cash flow. You can consider deferred payment. Your customers do sign a contract. They commit to you long term, but you defer a first payment, for example, until June 1st. This accommodation could involve charging interest, but you can also consider doing it without. Another option is bartering. As part of a community, you can consider buying and procuring locally. This helps everyone, and products and services are rendered without touching cash reserves. Another less intuitive measure is to fire some of your customers, to shrink your business. Fire your worst customers, those with low or no margins, and you do it for better cash flow. This goes hand in hand with your cost reduction measures, as you need fewer resources and can focus those you retain on your high margin business. And as a final point, and more eyeing the mid and long term, consider making changes to your products, your business model, your distribution channels, and make them now. There often is no better time than a crisis to do what may long be overdue. Visit vendax.org for further insights, check out the online training we offer, and contact me with any thoughts or questions. Thank you.